Hey folks, Nick Carrington here. I have got a couple brand new JB Designs custom rods. These are the depth striked bottom bouncer series. As you can see, I even still have the plastic on the cork. They are so new. I am super excited to try them, so I think that is the perfect excuse. We're up here on Lake Oahe. It is an absolutely gorgeous morning before it turns into a very hot day. So I think what we should do is show y'all how we do this, how I bottom bounce Lake Oahe. Oh my goodness, they're twisting together. As you can see, we got some bright blades on. As soon as I get this mess untangled, we're gonna see if we can catch some Lake Oahe walleyes. I tried to get a good shot. Sorry about that. Well, after some minor repairs, I'm happy to report that we're ready to fish again. So what I was trying to show you was the blades that I am starting with today, right before I kind of entangled my lines. But you can see we got like a pink lemonade and then a really bright orange. Couldn't remember. I'm assuming this is pink lemonade. Couldn't tell you what this one's called. Bago custom blades, I think, is where I got them from. Real nice blades. I'm real happy with them. One's got pink back, one's got gold back, but overall nice blades. But it doesn't really matter for sure. I mean, what matters is fishing bright, aggressively. I'm kind of trying to show you all the graph here. Don't know if that's working out too well, but what we're doing is we're just fishing. There's a lot of depths kind of up and down right here. I'm kind of working a little bit of an inside turn that's got a bit of a stair step action, but what I'm basically trying to do is I'm fishing a little cup within a point, and then I'm going to get out on a long finger point. I'm fishing kind of here between 10 and 14 feet right now. Like I said, there's kind of some stair steps that I'm kind of working my way through, but then when I work my way down the point, I'm going to be up in about 12. So if y'all can see that, yeah, we're about 12 feet, and what I'm doing right now is just looking for those really active, really aggressive fish. That's why I got bright blades. I'm gonna fish it pretty fast, especially once I make this turn here and get out of this little, sometimes they'll sit down here, but a lot of times when they're up and feeding, they'll actively be on the point. So that's kind of where I'm expecting fish. I just kind of wanted to get everything set up, but yeah, bright blades, fishing it fast right away, looking shallow. Really no such thing as being too aggressive for Lake Oahe walleyes. That's kind of one of the lessons I've learned since I've been here. So that's how we're gonna start. And then as the day goes on, we got a pretty actually beautiful sunrise coming up over here, but then as we go in, I'm gonna kind of show you how I change my blades throughout the day. But bulk of the story right now, right away in the morning, we are fishing bright, we are fishing aggressively, and I'm hoping to catch some fish right away. I hope we catch one, because look at that one right there. That is a heck of a walleye. It is in 12 feet. I am hoping that that rod's gonna go right over that, but that is exactly what we're looking for here. Trust your electronics, because Oahe is so big, so expansive, you need to make sure you're on fish. You don't see them crazy, you see them just like that. One big mark, and then you really hope to see your rod double over. Hopefully I do soon. Update, he bit, I lost him, my bad. Well, full disclosure, I've lost 3. I've been messing with the camera and not focused on the fishing, so that's been a problem. So we're gonna not do that. But what I am gonna do is kind of show what I'm fishing now, so maybe if I focus on that, we'll be all right. So I'm just kind of wrapping around this finger point right now. So what I've got here, I always look for the longest fingers, because then what'll happen is they'll sit right on these edges. And so right now I'm up here in 9, and then as we, now just bouncing, it gets really rough, it gets really bouldery. If you get too shallow, you'll stumble into some smallmouth. If you want smallmouth, that's pretty fun. If you're looking for walleyes, just slide a little bit deeper. But yeah, usually, and so now I'm just coming right off the tip of this point, and I'm just gonna wrap it around, and I'm gonna take it down the backside. Most of the time, what'll happen is, especially if you notice, we've got wind pushing onto this point, so that's exactly what I look for. On Oahe, I always follow the wind. So if I've got a north wind right now, so I'm fishing the south shoreline. Wind, push it right onto it. It dirtied it a little bit from when I was here on Thursday and I was checking things out. So dirtied it a little bit. I don't think that should matter too much. If anything, it almost should make it even a little bit better. But results so far this morning, some of that is angler issues. But that's what I look for right away here. It's mid-June here on Oahe, so that's kind of the setup I'm looking to fish here. I'm gonna wrap it around. As you can kind of see, that's what we're doing right now. And right when I get off the tip of this point, that is not a bad time for me to get a little bit shallower too. So yeah, you can even see I'm coming up into like 8 feet right now. So just trying a little bit shallower. When I come back, I might even try a little bit deeper, just see if those fish are hanging out off the edge. But gonna hit the backside, and then what I'll probably do is turn around in the next little cup and see if we can find some. But yeah, just kind of concentrate on all those. But the longer the point comes out, the more enticing it is to me, just because that little stretch I lost, like I said, I lost those 3, so I should have had 3 fish in the boat. Yeah, they were just all right on that shoreline. Wind's just kind of blowing right onto it. It's the perfect little setup. I was marking them real good. I marked that one, missed it, and then I had probably a good 5-10 minute stretch of marking real nice fish. Like I said, lost 2 of them, so that's just kind of what happens. These fish are very well fed, so getting them to eat is a challenge, and that's why we're going with these bright lures. We're getting them right in their face, and hopefully we can show you all that it works and I'm not crazy. Well, I think if you've watched it to this point, you probably realize I'm crazy, but hopefully I can show I can catch fish. Well, I have some excellent news. I caught one. So made a minor adjustment, went through that area, didn't get bit, kind of felt like I was going a little fast. So what I did, I swung right around, was going through again where I had seen those fish, and slowed down. I'm going now probably 0.7, 0.8. I had been going 1 to 1.2. So that bit resulted in a bite right away, so now going right back through that best spot, but just trying to go a little bit slower. Those ones I'd missed, I came back with crawler, so I kind of felt like what probably happened was I think I got him by the crawler tail. One came back kind of half crawlered. I'll put this one back in here so he's fresh for lunch later. But so I slowed it down, and then yeah, I mean, as soon as I did, had that one pinned. So speeds, I get that question a lot. I like to go, like I said, 1.0, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 even. But I mean, I listened to the fish here, and I was getting bit, but I wasn't getting pinned. Like I said, slowed it down here to about 0.7, 0.8, and just stuck one. So a little bit more time in front of him, a little bit easier for him to take it, and let's see if this adjustment catches a few more. So the wind has ticked up here. As you can see, I am very shallow, very near shore, and that worked. So pulled bright blade, you can see right what, but yeah, there's actually another one right now. I just pulled up into about 8-9 feet, and yeah, I was literally just about to turn around, and I was like, wow, that's a dandy. And then the rod bit, and I was like, sweet. So hopefully piecing it together here, trying to get a catch on camera, but the wind picked up, and clearly I was a little camera shy, but proving to y'all that I can hopefully some days catch fish here on Lake Oahe bottom bouncing. I finally got a catch on camera. I wanted to show how these rods work. Not a big one at all, actually, compared to some of the last ones, so we're just gonna swing this one in. Gonna be dinner though. But yeah, interesting enough, I had actually just made a switch, and this is my other one I've been using, and I had put a smaller blade on with a bit more with blue. But I actually put on back this bright blade because I felt better about my depth and speed, and sure enough, it started getting bit now too. So looked like speed and depth was a bit more important than color today. So hopefully continue to dial them in. I think this one's gonna go home. A good one here. I'd actually just literally caught that little guy, and yeah, this one went. This is a good one. This is a good one right here. You can see the other rod is still in my way. That's okay. We're gonna get this fish in. Yeah, this one's a good one. There we go. Woohoo! Yeah, that's a nice fish right there. That's a real nice fish. Camera's in a weird spot. Sorry about that. Try to cut it here. That's a good fish right here. I mean, literally, I caught that little guy, and then I look over, and this one's just pounding, and I was like, whoa, this one ain't a little guy. This one's much better. Well, I appear to have dialed things in now. I'm at my 4. I just went over probably another 4 really nice marks here in 12 feet. So this wind's picked up, and the bite has picked up immensely with it too. So this one gets to go home, but just awesome quality fish. I had this one on. The other one was going at the same time. Like I said, I'm looking at 2-3, so gonna get this recorded for the Midwest Walleye Challenge, and looks like it's time for me to have some fun and have some fun and enjoy this bite. So I'll talk a little bit more about bottom bouncing and kind of wrap things up here, but bite's really picked up here with the wind on Lake Oahe. All right, that was a pretty fun few minutes. So just kind of wanted to talk a little bit what I did here. So where I am right now is right where I caught the bulk of the fish. So what you can see is I've got just kind of a little inside turn that comes off the shoreline here. The shoreline I started on this morning, I'm actually on the back side because we had the wind shift a little bit. It was a kind of a east wind when I took off this morning, and then it shifted to a bit of a northwest wind. So that just kind of made this end a little bit better. And clearly what happened is as that wind picked up, those fish on this side got more active. You could tell they moved up. If I slide out into like 12, 13, 14, there's some fish. I've caught a couple out here, but the bulk of the fish, I just had one bite here. The bulk of the fish have definitely been up shallower in about that 9 to 12, which again, totally tracks. That's where those active fish are gonna be. Big adjustment was slowing down. They needed it slower. That was what ultimately led to success here. And, you know, that's kind of my lesson here for Lake Oahe is it's a big water body, right? And that's what forces me to really think small. So like I talked about, I was tweaking blades. I had a number 3 blue Colorado blade on. I couldn't get bit on that, but again, when I went back to the original plan, big number 4 Colorado blades, bright, that worked. You know, once I slowed it down, I was just going too fast. I was getting the bites this morning, but I wasn't getting them pinned. I slowed down, and lo and behold, we got them pinned, and we ended up with some fish in the box really quickly, and now we've thrown back a couple more as well. So that's kind of my lesson is don't leave fish to find fish here. It's just too big a system. The reservoir is too big. Look at the minute things. I had confidence there would be fish here, and I just had to make adjustments on that area. I switched sides. I've really dialed in where those fish were off that little individual point, and now we're in a situation that I feel pretty good about. How we're fishing, how we're looking. So don't lose your brain on Lake Oahe. Don't let the big water make you think big. Think smaller. Think, all right, I'm on fish. I know there's fish here. What do I got to do to make them bite? That's exactly what we did today. In this case, it was slowing down, and it was just switching over to the other side. And then now that I found them, I'm really kind of dialed in on them. But I mean, yeah, you can see just exactly how shallow we are, how tight we are to the shoreline. But that's when you got this wind blowing into here, into this little, it's not a cove, but more of a corner, more of an inside, more of a cup, probably is the way to put it. And yeah, we've got a pile of fish in here, and they're really nice, and it's really fun. So that's kind of my lesson here when it comes to bottom bouncing Lake Oahe. I was happy that you kind of got to see the good and the bad, right? So I mean, I didn't start looking very good, but turned it on pretty good there at the end after I made those adjustments. And the whole time I never left. And I mean, it's 8 o'clock right now, and I've had a limit in the box for about 15 minutes. Threw back a couple more, and then, like I said, just kind of once I've got these fish dialed in, I've even tried to go faster now, and I'm not getting them going faster, so I'm going to have to go through and go through them slower, because that is the key, it seems. So I'm going to leave these fish, maybe go try to find some more and some bigger ones. But thanks for coming with me today on Lake Oahe. Like I said, I love bottom bouncing. I love trying these new JB Designs depth strike rods. Absolutely loved them. The only downside was I didn't know exactly how big they were, since this, like I said, this is literally my first day using them. So I think I called big one on one that wasn't as big as I thought, but it was still really quality fish. But again, thanks for coming. Hope you found that interesting. Hope you found that informative. And with that, good fishing. Hey folks, so obviously done a few of these YouTube videos now, and just want to know what you think of them. I mean, feel free to drop me a comment. I think this one's, when I edit it, it's probably going to be 13, 14 minutes, maybe max, maybe not even, maybe 11, 12. So did another one a couple days ago that was just kind of my first day on Oahe. I think I kept down like that 10, 11. A couple of my other ones have been a little longer, and like that 20 to 23 minute range. So just let me know what you think for length. I'm trying to balance showing catches versus like fishing techniques. I personally don't like fishing shows because I feel all it is just watching people reel in fish, and that's kind of not what we angle for. But I mean, I want to show what I like to do, so just let me know what you think. Any feedback, good, bad, indifferent, I take it pretty well. So yeah, like I said, what lengths are we preferring? How's the balance between fish catches and information? Hopefully, I mean, I show you my baits and all that type of stuff too. So hopefully y'all appreciate that. Yeah, you can tell it's getting windy out here, so that's why I was like, yeah, I think the show's over. But yeah, just let me know what you think. Drop a comment. And yeah, I've been shocked with how the YouTube's growing, so just want to say thank you to that. Other ways to follow along: Instagram, Mr. Walleye SD. I think I got that right there. Yeah, it's kind of more your behind the scenes stuff, fish catch. I mean, there's some good hero shots too, but definitely more behind the scenes type stuff. I enjoy that. Facebook, Lip Ripper Fishing. Facebook, that gets most of the fishing reports, share some of my articles, and then the big one, Midwest liprippers.com. Geez, I forgot my domain. That's branding. Nice job, Nick. But yeah, just let me know. Like I said, Mr. Walleye SD, MidwestLipRippers.com, Lip Ripper Fishing on Facebook. Let me know what you think of it. Appreciate you all for watching, especially if you made it this far. Hope y'all are enjoying it. I'm kind of having some fun doing it. And yeah, with that, just want to again say thank you. And now this is the official. Well, the show's officially over because I was taking my mic off and putting my stuff away. My rod doubled over, and that was a big fish, and it definitely didn't make the boat. So the show is over now. But thought I was like scrambling to like catch it on camera, and then I realized my mic wasn't on, and then I felt it shake off. Shoot. Is this like the blooper deleted scenes? It's literally not, because I took my mic out. Dang it.